Krishna. Can you all
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, as usual, we will chant the Mangala Charan. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana-trimandasya Jana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Karamayam Darati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Yuttapada Kamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagar Jatam. Gana Raghunath Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Vahana Lalitam Sri Visakam Cha E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopeta Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Natpakanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshware Vrindavanam Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, how are you?
Very fine, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Except my humble
So,
update.
the good news is you all in a life now in Murli Ramdas page. I'm trying today my YouTube channel after many devotees' request.
Haribol.
So, we start with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayana Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatum Chayamutiraye. Nasta Pradesho Pradesho Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Suluker Bhakti Bhavadine Istaki. Then somebody read this translation, please.
Before reciting the Srimad-bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayana, unto Nara Sri, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author.
Sham Sharan Prabhu, you want to read?
Prabhu, I'm just opening it, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhuji.
In the skin. Can see the skin?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, all right. 1 to 18, this one. Okay, by regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed. And loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So we're going to recap. Anything that you all remember?
Fourteen stages of bhakti.
Yes, 14 stages of spiritual life. The 5 stages that we have gone through is
Satam Kripa.
Satam Kripa, mercy of the devotee, is the first step. The second step,
Mahat Seva,
Mahat Sevya, service of the devotees.
Shraddha, faith developed by serving devotee. Guru Pada Astraya, seeking shelter at the feet of Guru.
Bhajaneshu.
Eagerness to worship.
Bhakti is number 6. All good qualities automatically appear in a bhakta and no separate endeavor is needed. Number 7.
Okay. Okay. Today we're going to cover all these things. Okay. Can we go to the recap? Other where 6 anarthas. Any remember of 6 anarthas?
Utsahamai,
Usamai. Interesting. The enthusiasm indicating a pride.
Yep. Ganatarala.
Yeah, moving unsteady between.
diligence
Yeah,
and
the next.
negligence. Vyuddha Vikalpa,
Flickering
flickering determination.
Yes. Vyasa Sangara, ongoing struggle with sense pleasure.
Niyamaksana, inability
To improve
devotional practices.
Taranga Rangini, delighting in the masters, facility that bhakti produces.
Delighting in a material facility that Bhakti produces.
Bhakti
Sorry.
No problem. I thought you all reading from my slide here.
Oh, it's there.
Oh, is there? Oh, shoot.
Okay, no problem. So what occur after we become eager to hear, which beginning the clearance of the material desire from the heart. Okay, this verse we're going to cover today. When Asta Pradeshu Abradeshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavaditam Sulakir Bhakti Bhavati Nestaki. So what does mean? That means you need to read the translations.
By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we're going to see the key point here. Okay, here we see the Nasta Pradeshu Abradeshu Nityam every day by regular Bhagavat Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So we're going to see here why it's not mentioned about Bhagavatam, why it's not mentioned Nityam Bhagavan Sevaya, but why Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya? Any clue or any idea that you have or some suggestion on this? Why Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya? Why
Rendering
it's not?
service to the devotees.
Pardon, Mataji?
Rendering service to the devotees.
Yes, why? Why we only that we can where we can get a regular class, then only the pure, the troublesome in a heart can destroy. Why not service to the Lord that we can get this? Why not Bhagavan Sevaya? Why?
Because in the heart of devotees there's Krishna.
Okay, thank you so much.
Is that answer?
Yes, you are there. Okay, because the study Aradhanam Sarva Vishnu, so we're going to see when by hearing Srimad-bhagavatam and serving devotee all in auspiciousness, Abradeshu is completely Pradeshu destroyed. Nasta. Okay, can some of you maybe today allegation Prabhu have read this pre class, maybe you can read also.
Yeah.
So
You
Nasta Pradeshu.
want me to read, Prabhu?
Yeah, from Srila Prabhupada.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
So
Nasta Rayeshu Abhat Reshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya SP 1218. Not all cleansed, but Praya say 75 cleansed. At that time, you become fixed up in devotional service. Naistiki. There are different stages of devotional service that I have explained several times. First of all, Sraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Syat. When anartha nivritti syat, all unwanted things are finished. At that time, nishta, firm faith, so Bhagavati Uttama Sloka Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So long there are dirty things, our faith and devotions in Krishna is not very fixed up. Sometimes we deviate, we go away. But then, Nasta Prayeshu, when 75% of the dirty things are cleansed, then our faith in God becomes fixed up. Bhagavati Uttama Sloke, Srimad-bhagavatam 12118, August 21, 1972, Los Angeles, by Sri Prabhupada.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Right.
Allegation, Prabhu. So now we can see that this Srimad-bhagavatam, where Prabhupada trying to establish or trying to when we can see that the word of Nasta Pradesh or Pradesh been described nicely. So basically we can see what does mean Nasta Pradesh or Pradesh. And Prabhupada says that Prabhupada says that by regularly attending and by serving the devotee, now because we sing earlier 6th stage, right? About Sattam Kripam, Mahatsevya, Sruda, Grupadasraya, Bhajana Sarpash, then Bhakti. So now the Bhakti in Anat Pahamam and Nishta is coming up. So that what they're trying to say here, actually inauspiciousness is destroyed. This is a level of the devotee where when they already fix up, that's called Nishta. So when they're already in a level of Nishta, where all inauspicious things, all the inauspicious things will go away. So then auspicious things start to develop. So this is how we can see from here. So then the next key point here, we can see that Prabhupada say Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya means not once a week. It says that remember always, all the time. 24 hours. So all the times. Okay, devotee Bhagavata is good the book Bhagavata because the devotee Bhagavata lived his life in terms of the book Bhagavata. So they are both identical. Bhagavata is direct representative of Krishna, of Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality Godhead. So by placing a devotee Bhagavat, one can receive the benefit of the book Bhagavata. The example given here, Narada Muni. So if you all remember the pastime of Narada, when he was a Gandharva, he got cursed to become the son of Sudra. And when during the Chaturmasya, the Bhakti Vedanta passed by the house of Narada, when I was a little boy at that time. So when during he was serving this Bhakti Vedanta, now every day they start to speak about Krishna. So they speak about the all angle of aspect Krishna. Then Narada was attracted, as a little boy is attracted to this Bhakti Vedantas, is serving him. So taking the Uchista Lepan, the food that left by them, then automatically the Bhakti is developed and he becomes steady. Why he becomes steady? You can see when Bhakti Vedanta left, and after a few days, the mother was died by bitten by the snake. And the 5-year-old boy, if let's say we start to cry and we don't know what to do, we might be seeking the shelter of everyone. But here, the boy at the age of 5 become fixed, Nista steady. He understood this is the arrangement of the Lord, and he start his journey towards searching of the Lord. And the Lord appear. Then after the Lord appear, then the eagerness is desire there. You want to see again, but the Lord does not appear again. And the Lord gone, and the Lord say, the Akashavani heard the Akashavani say that only this time you can see me, not by material thing that you can see me, So not by material perspective we can see the Lord, not by material educations, nothing like that. So in order to understand, or in order to get Krishna, we need a bhakti. We cannot force him by materials. So like that, the Akashavani say, oh, my dear boy, because you're serving the devotee, so and because of the special will of my special, no, what the Lord is trying to say here. He said that under his sweet will, he agreed to show his darshan to the Narada. And now I don't want to appear because Narada very fucked up because he already see. So he was like, no, it was like try to control the Lord because the Lord's only listen to the bhakti. And then the Lord say, no such a way. It's under my sweet will. So then Narada understood that. Then under the intense separation, Narada can't take it, a left body, the 5 years boy, and become a Narada. This how we can see. So by serving the Bhagavatas, so he get opportunity to become a Narada now. So this how we can see the example of Narada. So the next message of Bhagavatam has to be received from the devotee Bhagavat, means parampara system. Why devotee of Bhagavata? Because we listen from the non-devotee. There are many professional reciters there. You pay the money, they will come and chant the Bhagavatam. No, the Bhagavatam should be recited by parampara, not by money business. Because bhakti is anabhyashunyam, jnana karma anarvartam, anukulana krishnanam salinam. So as long when you charge the Bhagavatam classes, it's under category of karma. And Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. So how you want to render additional service for Krishna? By giving a Bhagavatam. But what make you fail to understand here? What make you fail to understand? Because you start have a business then. Okay, I'm reciting this Bhagavatam with a term and condition that the charges is there. So this where we can see Bhagavatam should be received from devotee Bhagavatam because they are no materially, they don't in a sense of material, because they will only see the benefit of the devotees, or you think that is a purification agent. Bhagavatam is purifying, so he's seeing that he's obliged to these gurus, and many things he say that he think that this is pure Krishna service because he chant Srimad-bhagavatam, and this how we should be behave in Srimad-bhagavatam. This is the key point that we can see on the Srimad-bhagavatam. Next punchline from this, that the remedy of eliminating all inauspicious things within the art which are considered to be obstacle in the part of self-realization is the association of the Bhagavata, namely the book Bhagavata and the devotee Bhagavata. Did you remember? Can one of you share? Did you remember any pastime or any person that by you associate with them that
Stop video.
that your life had impact on that? Maybe you can share some pastime. Did you get my questions? So if one of you want to share, so by the association of the devotee, they some impact change or take place on your life.
I have one, Prabhu, maybe I can share with you.
Yeah, please, Prabhu.
You see, I came to know about this Srimad-bhagavatam. Someone, when I went to India, then after that, while came back, then he was saying, why don't you just listen to the Srimad-bhagavatam? He said it will fulfill a lot of things for you. So then after that, then he also gave me this video, Velukudi Krishnan, that he used to recite the Srimad-bhagavatam, where I went and checked in the YouTube, and I went through these 7 days that he was talking about, the 7 days by Parishima. It was really inspiring me. So that was the one of the what do you call that? This
Turning point.
Yeah. The experience that I got it that actually through the devotees, one of the devotees actually.
Okay, thank you so much, Allegation Prabhu. How about others? So look like Bindya and Srayu, do you want to try to say something?
No, interesting. My sharing would be, if I didn't associate with my friend who is a devotee, I wouldn't be here today. That's all. Yeah. Yes, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be exposed to ISKCON culture because my family or anyone that I know has no idea of this when I was growing up even. So when I met my friend who was my best friend, who's still my very good friend, Kalpana, she and her family was very much into ISKCON. And I used to go to their house, listen to classes over there sometimes. And then they also brought me to temples, so that's how I know. And that's how Krishna is in my life.
Thank you. Nice. It's very inspiring. Thank you so much, Sarayu Mataji. And Saraswati Mataji, maybe you have put in a chat box. Maybe you can share something in a clear picture that all of us can know what's meaning of reducing your anger. Saraswati Mataji, are you there? Okay, she's put something there. There in chat box, she said that, yes, I do to listen to him very nice. Help me to reduce my anger, able to manage my stressful life, plan, and accept the problem. So we can see the tremendous change in a many devotee life by associate with the devotees. Did you remember any historical viewpoint rather than Narada, that any example of the association of the devotee make them their life change? So let me give an example like Ratnagarbha. By association with Narada, he became Valmiki. Yes, Sham Sharan Prabhu, you want to share something?
No, I remember that this is equal to something with we are talking here, but I used to, before even becoming a devotee, I used to say that I'm okay, I'm earning, I'm doing good, I'm not going around doing many bad things, I will do whatever I want with my head. So I pray and that's it. Why should I go into deep in all this Krishna and all this? I used to say that. I think within 2-3 weeks, I got the answer. I think Krishna, hurt me. So some say, okay, you come, follow me. Let's go to temple. I say, what? Why temple? Why can't we pray in the house? Why I want to go to temple? And I said, no, you just come and see. So I was brought to Jagannath Mandir, and that's it. And I saw Jagannath Balaram Subhadra, that's it. The whole perspective of the whole idea changed. That's it. And I became Shyam Charandas.
Thank you so much. Really, really inspiring. Maybe we can ask from Sarojini Mataji if she's willing to contribute something.
Actually, it was just a transition, Prabhu, because from small, as you know, I've been praying to Krishna, so it was just a transition for me. When I heard Buddhists talk to me, then it's just that because I already prayed to Krishna, so it was just, so it's just a transition, that's all. But the only thing it affected me was the chanting.
Chantings, okay.
Started to chant.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you.
Because the name also is non-different from the Lord. Okay. We can go to the Srila Prabhupada lifetime. What happened to the EPs?
They became devotee.
What do you do, Prabhupada? Just association right now. All over world, all around the world, we got ISKCONs. We don't care about their nationality. We don't care about their skins. Am I right? So this is how the power of associations. By associating with the Bhagavatas, namely the book, the book, even the books, they will be eliminating in our life. The many changes happen. So this is how we can see. Even I have some problem in my life. I remember I was working in a bank at that time. When I have some problems at time, then this Prakash Prabhu and Uttama Chaitanya Prabhu was looking for me, searching. The temple president came where I working place and was waiting down, and I was touched. Then from there, I start now. I become the monk, the brahmachari, practicing now. This is how I end up. So like that, everybody, by association of the devotee, we can see, that the steadiness, because this is the reason the association of the devotee is very important, where they make our bhakti steady. Sometime in our life, we might be seeing many obstacles, right? Many obstacles we might be facing. But just associated with the devotees, that you all might remember, just by associating with the devotees, that the things gone. Like I remember my past times, where I have some kind of financial issue, and I don't know, it's like it's gone like that. This hour. So now we're going to the next, what Prabhupada say in Srimad-bhagavatam 1-18 in Los Angeles. This is something more about it. Can some of you read, please?
Maybe I can read that.
Yes, Prabhu, please.
So, Srila Prabhupada Vacha.
Vacha means say it, okay?
Yeah, he's saying, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Bhagavati Uttama Sloka Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. That fixed up bhakti is required, not oscillating. Sometimes this side, sometimes that side. So this can be possible. Fixed up devotional service by Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Srimad-bhagavatam 1-2-1-8. Regularly worshipping the Bhagavata Grantha and the devotee Bhagavata. Because without hearing about God authentically, how we can fix up? So we should hear Srinvatam Swakatha Krishna. Swakatha Krishna. Srimad-bhagavatam 1-17. Krishna's word is given by Krishna, just like Bhagavad Gita. Swakatha means his own words. So this is Bhagavata and Swakatha. Srimad-bhagavatam is also Swakatha. The Puranas also Swakatha. Because all these books are given by Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is incarnation of Krishna. So that is also Swakatha. So we have to hear about Krishna, which is given by Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is given by Krishna, and Bhagavata and other Puranas and Vedic literatures given by Krishna, Dvaipayana, Vyasa. And the method is taught by Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So therefore, everything is Krishna. Krishna's directly, Krishna as Vyasadeva, Krishna as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu devotee. So we have to follow this. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhara, Sri Vashadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Krishna is teaching how to approach Krishna. That is bona fide. We cannot take any other method. This is the authorized method. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you so much. So Prabhupada is saying this is only authorized method. If you want to know about the person, let's say I want to know about Shyam Charan Prabhu, or any of you, can I ask with allegation Prabhu about Shyam Charan Prabhu, what is do like? Can I do that?
No.
No.
What should I do? I need to go to Shyam Charan Prabhu directly. Prabhu, what do you like to eat? Am I right? So like that now, yeah. So now, in order to understand Krishna need to tell who's he are. And in order to understand him, he need to teach. So therefore, the Purana is written by Vyasa to understand him, and to practice it, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches the method. Very easy, right? How to do it. We can see that there are many instruction, but the instruction can be given, but how to follow the instruction, somebody need to show us. So therefore, the Lord, in age of this Kali Yuga, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 537 years ago, to show us how to love and how to become a devotee of Krishna. Is it a very simple method? just following this. So this how we need to follow. So we need to follow in a parampara system. So this how the bhakti can fix up. No, so this how we can see the next some conversations. So please carry on. Maybe some others can read.
Prabhupada, so here it is said Bhagavata Sevaya, not Bhagavan Sevaya. Bhagavan is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Bhagavata means in relation with Bhagavan, who has got relationship with Bhagavan. So here it is recommended Bhagavata Sevaya, not Bhagavan Sevaya. The idea is that you cannot approach Bhagavan, God, directly. That is not possible. First of all, you have to serve Bhagavata, the devotee of Bhagavata.
So we can, so the questions, why we need to worship the devotees? Why devotees so special? So the next, we're going to get the answer now. So maybe.
So the question was, which worship is best? So Lord Shiva replied, Aradhanam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam Param. My dear Parvati, of all methods of worship, Vishnu worship is the topmost. There are many demigods worship, even Lord Shiva's worship. But Lord Shiva says Vishnu worship is the best. Then he says again, Tasmat Parataram Devi, my dear Devi. Better than that, Vishnu worship is Tadiyanam Samarchanam. Tadiya means those who are in relationship with Vishnu. Tadiya. Just like his devotee, Tadiya, Tulasi Vriksha, Tulasi is Tadiya, or temple Tadiya, preaching Tadiya, Tadiyanam Samarchanam. This is Bhagavata. So Lord Shiva recommends that of all method of worship, Vishnu worship is the best, and better than Vishnu worship is to worship his devotee or things in relationship with him. Srimad-bhagavatam 1.2.18, August 21, 1972, Los Angeles.
Thank you so much, Vindya Mataji. We can see Aradhanam Sarva Vishnu, Sarvesha Vishnu, Aradhanam Param, Tasmat Paratharam Devi, Tadyanam Samarchanam. So the Lord Shiva saying that among the best worship is Vishnu. Then among the best is to worship is devotee. Is it very difficult? It's not difficult. The devotee is the pure devotee of the Lord. Whenever we see the person of the Prabhupada, did Prabhupada ask anything for him? No. We never seen such an incident where Prabhupada asking for the donation to print his book. Even what his book about is about Krishna. When he have excess money, what he do? He establishes a temple. Then we have extra is start to establish the farm community to establish Varnashram Dharma. So from here we can see how Prabhupada utilizing everything in the service of the Lord. So this is how the devotee. So the best example we can take in our life is Srila Prabhupada. So maybe if you all have any pastime of Prabhupada's that maybe you can share with me that inspiring your own, that you have freed and striking your heart, the dedication of Prabhupada toward Krishna. If you all remember. No. Okay. Okay. Did you remember when Prabhupada, when he going to the Western country in a ship of Jalajuta, what happened to Prabhupada?
He had heart attack.
He had a heart attack, then
he survived.
He's right, yes. Then next, then when he reached, you don't know anyone. That we can see the song, it's called Bhagavata Markini. What Prabhupada say? Oh Krishna, I'm your puppets. You are free to do anything to me. You make me to come here. Am I right? So we can see the surrender level here. Oh, Prabhupada. Now the surrender level that Prabhupada do before you go to 26 Second Avenue. Do you remember what happened to Prabhupada? Some of the person tried to kill Prabhupada, right? So all this is not a very inspiring story that we can see how dedicated our Prabhupada. He can tolerate all the turbulence. Even when Prabhupada started to give the first initiation ceremony, one devotee came and he offering what? He offering the toilet paper. Did Prabhupada reject it? No, Prabhupada never reject. Prabhupada accept it. He said that it can be used in the service of Krishna. Right? So this how, when we read, especially Prabhupada Lilamrita, we can get inspired how Prabhupada is living as a Bhagavatam. Then, by doing that, we can see how Prabhupada is very careful in serving Krishna. And we can see how Prabhupada look after all his disciples. One, I remember when I was reading Prabhupada Lilamrita, where it's happened in first time all the Western disciples came into Prabhupada. And the Western disciple can't tolerate a mosquito. Right? They cannot take austerity. What happened? Still Prabhupada go every night, look at single of the devotee and teach them when the mosquito nets, no, how the mosquito nets need to be used there, because here and then it's like a box, like a cam you need to do. They don't know what to do. They just taking and put it like a blanket. And Prabhupada was like shocked at look at this, and Prabhupada take it and show them how to do it. So we can see how Prabhupada's really caring for his disciples. Where he will make sure all his disciples must feed everything. Even and the last moment in a diary of TKG, when you read, then we can see Prabhupada's where TKG, Tamal Krishna Goswami was sharing his pastime, where he says that when the devotee carrying Prabhupada's palanquin, and one of the devotee get eat in his leg, and Prabhupada asking what happened. Then he understood Prabhupada reducing his weight by fasting because he don't want to burden that devotee. And see how was Prabhupada's, So from this, how the devotee was really touching our heart, really like inspiring us to serve Krishna, where they really paradukha dukhi, were really caring for our spiritual advancement. That they are ready to look after anything. Now we can see many devotees risking their life, like Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj just recently left because of the COVID. Where he go because he want to fight, like Pankajangri Prabhu, just recently, where he pray for the whole world, and the whole world praying for him speed recovery, was reading to give. So we can see how they're inspiring many devotees. So this is the reason why we can read. Practically, we can read everything in a books, in Bhagavatam. This is bhakti, you need to chant, faith is this. Theoretical knowledge is there, but how you want to gain the practical. So from the act of the devotee. By seeing the act of the devotee, the dedication of devotee, especially Prabhupada Lilamrita, is really nectar. You can see how they are really ready to serve and ready to do anything for Prabhupada. Especially the book Chasing Renaissance. It's really nice. Where Shamananda Prabhu was sharing his pastime. So we can see many things, many pastime. And I remember when one of the pastime that Prabhupada was standing his Gayatri. This book is called Friend to All by Mulapukriti Mataji. Where Prabhupada was standing his Gayatri and the Scorpio was going towards and to Prabhupada. So when going toward to Prabhupada, and the milkmen, normally they come and deliver the milk, and seeing the Scorpio, seeing the Prabhupada, and he was like worried, you don't know what to do. And you don't know whether to disturb Prabhupada and what to do, whether to shout Swamiji, during Vanaprasad time in Radha Damodar temple. Then it shocked, he go near to Prabhupada, and this man is looking what to do. Then immediately the Scorpio, you turn it and reverse and go back. Man, another one more pastime, you can see that Prabhupada is really caring. Man, once they got spider web in Prabhupada rooms, and one of the devotee went and cleaned, and Prabhupada was crying. Prabhupada said, scold them up. Why you chase them out? They are resident of Vrindavan. You cannot do that. So this is really inspiring us how the Vaishnavas really paradukha dukhi. We cannot try, we can't imitate Prabhupada, but we can at least meditate on his pastimes, all these things. We can see, at least we can try to follow improve our spiritual life, how we really care about it. Which man, he can't experience the cool, but he go with only 40 rupees. But now we can enjoying this ISKCON because of, right? With all the opulence, you go to the India or Africa, any part of world, you just find ISKCON, they feed you the food. You're not alone. This is how the path of the devotee. This is the reason where Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Sastra Koi Lava Matra Sarvasiti. As they make our nista. By reading this, our steadiness is come. So this is a 3 stage, but bhakti. So this is bhakti. Bhakti is all good quality, automatically appear in a bhakta. So no separate endeavors needed. So you all share. Now, if you all remember that when you joined the society, maybe you addicted to meat eating, but now you give up it, right? So we are aware, we can, the verses is being quoted here, Anabhilashunyam Jnana Karmanarvatam Anukulana Krishnanu Salinam Bhakti. So the cultivation of the activity are meant executive for the pledge of Sri Krishna. In other words, uninterrupted flow of service of Krishna performed through the all endeavor of the body, mind, speech, through the expression of various spiritual sentiment and power, which is not covered by jnana, knowledge aimed at impersonal liberation, and karma, reward seeking duty, and which is devoid of all desire other than aspirations to bring happiness to Sri Krishna. It's called Uttam Bhakti, pure Krishna service. In brief, the meaning of this verse is pure bhakti is continuous, unbroken cultivation of all activity for the body, mind, and words. Spiritual feeling, which is man executive for the benefit of Sri Krishna, which are completely free from all other side, which is not covered by karma, fruit activity, jnana, or knowledge, yoga, and other things. So purely bhakti, that means bhakti here, this is number 6, no, 14, this is number 6, where it means we only doing for Krishna, nothing else. The next is by glorify the process of bhakti directly, one also glorify the object of devotional service. Or one glorify Krishna directly because of bhakti's manifest the internal potential of Krishna, and internal potential are undifferent from the Lord. So the Lord is being glorified. And the second stage is Anartha Pahamam. So the 7th stage in a 14, discipline of obstacle, anarthas, unwanted, and those things that influence in our devotional service. Remember to aid the sin, not the sinner. Obstacles are to be conquered. According to Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur was giving an example of Sakadasura. You know about Sakadasura, right? Sakadasura is the cart. You know, the cart, and heavy load is there. So heavy load karma. But Krishna kicked it, Sakadasura. Just a kick, the Asura die, right? So like that, by just Krishna lotus feet, all our karma will destroy. This is the reason why when you meditate in the lotus feet of Krishna, they got Vajra, they got thunderbolt, right? The thunderbolt meanings destroy our karma. So for the devotees, there are no karma at all. So when your bhaktis arise, all the karma is gone. This is how the Saktasura example is given here. This is lecture by Romapat Swami. So then the last is the 8 stages is steadiness or tatanista. When a person develops Shraddha faith, he can think about subject and understand it where one cannot do so without Shraddha. And then only a person with Shraddha can reflect on anything. Faith in unflinching confidence that open attaining one thing, Krishna Bhakti. One provide with all other desirable achievement. Absolute faith, unflinching faith, rest in Krishna Bhakti only. Faith is in any other result or any other process will be unavoidable. Transition and ultimate disappointing. Attaining this faith rests upon Guru Kripa, which include very careful guidance and training. Faith bring intelligence and realization, which fix the mind in undeviating determination. The medium of cultivation of faith is service, humble, and devoted service. This is Krishna consciousness. This is the 8th service, a strong faith that Krishna conscious one be elevated to the highest perfection of life called Vyasatmika, or intelligence. And this is the last about the verse today. The verse about 18, where Tato Nista Ruchi Tata Atasakti Tato Bhava Sadakam Ayanam Premanam Pradur Bhave Bhavet Krama. Anartha, when the same thing is described by Rupa Goswami as it is said Nasa Prade Abradeshu. The Abradesh, this Anartha Nirvarti Shaya. Bhakti, if one take seriously to Bhakti part, then the taste is that has given up all nonsense, unwanted things. So not that Bhakta and still smoking. So we can see here, Bhakta means you need to give up everything. You need to give it the bad habits. This another unwanted bad things. Not that your Bhakta, you can smoking, you can eat meeting, you can have anything that nonsense you want to do. So Prabhupada says it's not a Bhakta. He's not a Bhakta. Twice. It's not a Bhakta, it's not a Bhakta, twice. That is this. So things are to note it very careful and try to be associated with devotee. Tandrena Charana Sabhi Bhakta Sena. Try to serve the superior Acharya Goswami, Echaya Gosa Janur Mohitana. Make conviction firm determination that we shall follow only the path tucked out by six Goswami. We shall not deviate with his determination. If you can go, everything is clear. It's not difficult to become liberated or become a devotee of Krishna. Srimad-bhagavatam 1 to 18, October 29, 1972 in Vrindavan. So what the cure of the devotee reach Nistha and steadiness is next, Tada Raja Tamo Bhava. So can someone of you read the sloka and the translation, please?
Tada rajastamo bhava kamaloba dayaschaye cheta etair anavida stitham satve prasidati.
As soon as irrevocable loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance, such as lust, desire, and hankering, disappear from the heart. Then the devotee is established in goodness and he becomes completely happy.
Okay, the key point here, normal constitutional position is a Brahma Bhuta or Atmanandi, the state of self. Krishna service is not inactive but unalloyed activity of the soul. Educated non-devotee is dangerous, but a devotee is neither foolish or neither patient. A devotee is always qualified by good quality of the God. In a deep of Krishna consciousness, in which all material desire are destroyed, the heart plunks in a pure goodness, Suddha Sattva. So this how. Man, why it is difficult to advance under the grip of patience and ignorance? When this is the channel or this is the way, when patience arises, this destruction is come. So it's called vikaspa. So when viksapa come, ignorance or the tamas. So when the ignorance come, the mood of sleepiness is there, or laya. Then more negative quality, adya. Then from that, anger, greed, and envy, illusion is destroyed. This is the way when mood of patience is there. It can distract us and can put in ignorance. By put ignorance, will be in a laya, adya, and kama, krodha, lobha, moha. This is how it happens. This is how the patient can grip. So therefore, we need to cultivate mood of goodness. This is the reason why the goodness is important, so that we can elevate to Suddha Sattva. Can I go next? Look like you are taking
1 minute.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So can some of you read this?
Yeah. Because everything is within the heart, we become greedy, we become lusty on account of distortions of the heart disease, kama. Tada hrdi loba kamao aphainoti. That is a heart disease. This karma and loba is a heart disease. Actually, you don't require this, but it is a kind of disease. More and more and more and more and more. never satisfied. So we have to cure this disease. And this process, simple process, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Antya Sis 2012.
Antalila 2012.
To cure the heart disease of lusty desires and greediness is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. These are the Shastric injunctions and spoken to personalities like Lord Chaitanya and other acharyas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this is Srimad-bhagavatam 1 to 19, September 27, 1974 in Calcutta. So we can see how the cleaning process takes place. Just chant is Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the cleaning process that takes place. Then Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam, where Anartha Pagamam is there. So where Anartha Pagamam means inauspicious thing, including Nama are completely destroyed. So therefore, you can't say that, oh, I've done offense, so I cannot chant. No, you need to keep chant. Whatever is it, keep chant, keep chant, keep chant, keep chant. And the heaviness or the anarthas will keep going. Don't say that, oh, my anarthas is not clean, so I don't want to chant. No, keep chant, you keep chant. I keep chanting that you keep cleaning and keep cleaning, you know. So if you wash the charcoal bag, you know the charcoal bags, it will be very dark, right? So when you want to wash the charcoal bag, can you wash once?
No, you have to wash many times.
Many times, right? Then the process. So like that, we get life from life. 84 million species of life we gone through. So the many anarthas more desire that just chanting a 6K. Oh, why not clean? No, the many life you go through, the many desires there. So therefore, you need to do every day the cleaning process until it's clear. So this is a very important subject, chanting. So the chanting is important to understand everything. So we just following this, we can advance in our spiritual life. This is the one thing that Prabhupada say. So the next,
Prabhu, before that,
yeah, maybe you can, Prabhu, if you don't mind, can you put questions end of the section so we can go on the floor?
Okay, Prabhu.
You pack your questions. You just write. Then end of the section, I can answer your questions.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Allegation, bro. Sorry, bro. So we can go on the floor. So Vaishnava is already Brahman, Brahma Buddha Prasnatma. Okay. So this how by doing Krishna service, mood of goodness. So I will say Sattva Guna. So from Sattva Guna, Brahman or the knower of Brahman, then when you understand Brahma Buddha stage, Aham Brahmashmi, first by doing Krishna service, you come in a mood of goodness. Then you understand theoretically that you are the soul, but you keep doing and doing and doing. Then you start to realize it. Theoretical now become realizations, and you start to take it inside you. Then prasiditi, the full set, you get full satisfied. Prasidati, then prashnatma, you become happy. This is how the process take place. I think it's done, right? So can we go to the next slide?
Yes.
So can one of you read this? Without Krishna mercy. So how you get Krishna mercy? Shamsharan bro, you want to read? You need to unmute yourself, bro. You're reading, but you're not unmuted.
Okay. But to understand Krishna, it will require Krishna's mercy. Without Krishna's mercy, so how you get Krishna's mercy? Tesam satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam tadame buddhi yogam tam yamam upayanti Bhagavatam 10.10.
Bhagavad Gita, yeah.
Bhagavad Gita, sorry. Bhagavad Gita 10.10. One can understand Krishna by constantly engaged in his Desam Satata Yuktanam. Not that weekly once go to the church. No. 24 hours Satata Yuktanam. Engage in Krishna service. That is Krishna consciousness movement. We are teaching people how to become 24 hours engaged in Krishna service. This is our business. We don't allow karma, jhana, yoga, no, simply. And that is Krishna Bhakti. Jhana karmadi anarvatam. Madhya 19.167. There is no question of jhana and karma. That is not pure bhakti. Pure bhakti means anya bilas sita sunyam jhana karmadi anarvatam. Anukulyena Krishna Nusilanam PRS 1.1.11. Simply to serve Krishna favorably as Krishna becomes pleased. This is bhakti. This is pure devotion. Srimad-bhagavatam 1.90. Okay.
Calcutta. Thank you so much, bro. This is how the bhakti is called. So you just do devotional service, then Krishna is make you to understand him. Dadami bhakti yogam tam yen mam. He will make you to understand him. So now you all in under trying to understand him. So by only merely reading Srimad-bhagavatam or trying to read Bhagavad Gita or anything that you don't think that you can understand Krishna. There are many people are reading outside. There are many people are take bath in Ganga. What process take? So you just need to be engaged in devotional service, and the clearing process will happen by the mercy of Krishna. He will make you all to understand to come near to him. This is how the kripa, the mercy of Krishna. So you all might be remember the pastime of Damodar when Yashoda Maya trying to tie Krishna, right? What the mercy?
Everyone is engaged in it.
Everyone engaged. Then can Krishna be tied?
No.
No. Then how Krishna allow him to be tied?
Because he saw Yashoda Mai's effort, like
She's getting very tired already after that.
Yeah, the endeavoring. Because Krishna saying the endeavoring. So that when you do your service and you become tired, exhausted, tired, then at that time, Krishna will be merciful. Then allow himself to be tired. So like that, when you all engage in a service, don't worry about tiredness. Hare Krishna Sham Sharan Prabhu, I make you mute because why? I got some sound from background where disturbed.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank
you. So where we can see Krishna allowed to tie. So therefore, whenever you exhorted, don't worry. Krishna will make himself to be you all to understand. He allow you to tie him with love, pure love. Okay, this is how we can see. The next is Ruchi, then Asakti. So the Ruchi is the ninth, where the heart is now purged by the sense subject, develop a distaste, Rucha for sense subject. Attaining the steadiness, devotee perform their devotional activity and take association with more care. By these, the anarthas are the further reduced and steadiness turned to the joy, the Lord's service. This is called Ruchi or taste. This is the sixth step. With Ruchi for Krishna well established, everything else material becomes tasteless. So when Ruchi is there, so put here 6. Why it put here 6? Because from Sraddha, we go to the Sadhu Sangha, then Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nirvatti, then Nishta, then Ruchi. Ruchi is number 6. So this is about 9 limbs, right? The 9 process of the devotional service. Then when you have the taste to taste Krishna, so for you, for the materials not become a taste. So you don't like tasteless, because you already taste the Krishna, Kasitananda Vigraha. The Ananda is there. So why you want to take? The next is Asakti, Atas Asakti, firm attachment. Will be firm, attached only for Krishna, nothing else. Attachment is only for Krishna, service for Krishna, and interaction of spiritual master. When service is done with attachment, then we are very careful in doing it. Material attachment leads one to one downfall. So when we attach to the material, earlier we said that how the fire, when the desire is there, we cannot satisfy the fire, the desire. The desire like a fire. When you put it, more blaze are there. So by engaging in devotional service, all your senses become be controlled, then you become in a stage of another nerve is gone, and Ista, then Ruchi, and this is Asakti. So how it develops. So no more in material attachments, everything will be spiritual attachment. So summary of 1 to 9, when tada, the effect of passion and ignorance, rajo, tamobhava, lust, greedy, and so on, kama, lobha, chahaya, no longer affect us. Chid ir anit vitam, we will become situated in goodness, hitam sadve, and feel full happy prasidite. What does progress soul experience after Sakti? So what the next? The next is the verse number 20. You done? Okay. So next, maybe let me read. Evam prashana manasho bhagavad bhakti yogata bhagavad tattva vijnana mukta sangam jayate. Those established in the mood of unalloyed goodness, the man whose mind has been enlivened by the contact with Krishna service, so the Lord gain positive scientific knowledge of the personality of Godhead in the stage of liberation from all material associations. This is the last part where we're going to see Rati, Hem, Krishnam, and Hari, Madhurunut Bhava. So the key point, scientific knowledge of Krishna is only known through the Vishnu service. We can't see Krishna through any other method. We can't merely know by the jnana or karma or by the knowledge. You only know through the bhakti. And qualified Brahmana, virtual become a Vaishnava in the 11th stage of liberation. He know what is actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the key point that we can see. Then a Brahmana is Vaishnava. What the difference between Brahmana? So can somebody read about a Brahmana? So you can know what's the difference between these two?
A Brahmana. A Brahmana is one who is firmly situated in the mode of goodness, above the influence of the modes of passion and ignorance. The character traits of a Brahmana are described in the Bhagavad Gita 18:4-2. Peacefulness, austerity, simplicity, sense control, kindliness, honesty, religiousness. These are the qualities of a Brahmana. Literally, Brahmana means one who knows or has realized Brahman. But a Brahmana is also under the influence of mode of nature, since goodness is also one of the material modes.
This is about a Brahmana. So what the difference between a Brahmana and Vaishnava? So now we're going to see the Vaishnava. Can continue reading a Vaishnava's aspect?
Yeah, okay. A Vaishnava, on the other hand, is imbued with the devotions to the Supreme Lord, which is situated beyond the dutiful platform of religiousness. And by virtue of his devotions to the personality of Godhead, a pure Vaishnava actually transcends the modes of material nature. By direct service to the Supreme Lord, he is situated beyond the four social orders. An unalloyed Vaishnava has all the qualifications of a Brahmana, yet such a Vaishnava is more than a Brahmana. Hare Krishna.
So this is the qualification of Brahmana. So the qualification of Vaishnava is more than the Brahmana. Because the Brahmana, they just focus on their varnashram, just in his service. But the Vaishnava, he can do anything. It's transcendental. For the Lord, he ready to do anything. If you all remember the pastime of when Krishna was addict, what the gopis do? They start to give the dust. Were ready to do anything for Krishna. So sometimes we can see the temple president of ISKCON, sometimes we don't get shocked, they might be washed the toilet. Have you seen any Brahmana doing this service? No, they say, we are the Pujari, we just doing service for the Lord. But unless the Vaishnava, we can see, they're ready to do anything. They can cook, they can wash, the transcendental, everything. So therefore, the Vaishnava has some special categories where they're ready to do anything for the Lord. In the same time, they are not influenced by the mood of remote material nature, sattva, the raja, or the tamas. They're more than that. Where they are in Sutta Sattva. So this is how we can see the Vaishnavas. And next is the fourth stage of spiritual, where we can see Rati is the fondness, and this is 12 is Prema, Krishna service. The quick way to achieve Prema is to stay in the company of those who know it value. The association of the first class pure Vaishnava has the power to invoke Prema in aspirant art. Sadhana Bhakti, performing Krishna holy dham, is especially conducive to awakening up of Prema. Prema is not achievable by other methods, such as a karma and jnana. Devotees should therefore disregard those methods and simply busy themselves with devotional service of hearing, chanting, remembering, and so on. So we need to remember that hearing, chanting, and remember, so on. This is very important. Sri Brahad Bhagavatamrita, Narada Muni explained to Gopakumar how to achieve Goloka Vrindavan. I think all of you want to go Goloka Vrindavan, right? So this is the key point. The original spiritual planet in spiritual sky, Narada teaching is that to achieve this most exalted goal, two primary qualities are required. Matured stage of prema love and danya, the other humility. One without the other is not even possible. They go together genuinely, immediately, and chance one eagerness to be situated in one mission with Krishna and vice versa. So this is how Gopakumar saying that we need to be in pure. So sometimes you might be mixed with a devotee when you share your experience. Oh, I do this, I got this, and when I go to the deity flowers fall down, you know, and then it is a blessing. So it might be when you tell to someone, they might be say, oh no, might be as that, they might be manipulating so many things. Man, they will track you down to their stage. They can't bring you up. So therefore, my association is very important. So to develop, so you need the association of the company of such Vaishnava, where we can value it, where you can see. And you say sometime and you can see that we heard when in a Melukota, Perumal came to Ramanuja and sit in lap. When we see, oh, this is just historical, they can't accept it. So therefore, you need to be in association of the company of the devotee, what really can enjoy or can really relishing, the sweetness of the pastime of the Lord. So from that, the prem, is there. This the two primary is very important. So then the next 13 and 14, this is the 14th stage where Atha Darshanam, vision audience. It's meant to get vision of the Lord and audience with the Lord. This can only come after prem. So you need to remember, when you prem is there, where you're ready to do anything, then premananda churitam bhakti vilochanam santa sadvai hrideshya vilokyanti. This is from Brahma Samhita. We cannot see Krishna without our mundane eyes. We need our eye tied with the love to see Krishna. Seek Krishna. So this how. And the 14 is Arir Madhur No Bhava, direct experience of Ari, sweetness, final state. This how. You see the Lord, then now you directly experience. So this how sometimes you might heard where the devotee feeding the deity with the laddu. And now many pastime you can see when the laddu is there halfway, right? You have seen that now, Hridaya Chaitanya, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where go and recite in the heart of this Hridaya Chaitanya. So like that, we can see many pastimes of the Lord being take place with associations between the devotees. So this is very important when we heard this, the pastime, many pastime, like, one of the pastime, I remember one of the Western guy go to Panaka Narashima, where you want to give, whenever you read and you will left off, So same like that, you go and say that, oh, this Indian are very technology, they might be do something tricky. Let me put my hand, and the Lord, he put his mouth of Panaka Narashima, he put his hand, and Narashima says as usual, half for you, half for me, half for you. So half hand is gone to Narashima and half left for you. This is how the deity is left. So therefore, we need to know how the direct experience of is there any first time. So sometime you can see when the when the Vishnu Priya offering a prasad to deity of Gauranitai, and the Gauranitai come and eat, right? This is how we can see that direct experience. You no more see as a deity. You start to communicate with the deity. You start to see as a person, where they can come and eat. You can feed them, and they will feed you, something like that. It's a direct. When this is how it takes place. The next summary of 1 to 20. By engaging in Vishnu service, one become alive and Krishna Manasya and liberated from the association Mukta Sangashya with lust and other vices. In this way, pure, positive, Sudasattva knowledge, Vijnanam is manifest dhyate, where the Lord appear, in and outside from the heart without the process of meditation. So yeah, start to see everything in relation to the Lord. No more you see within you and you see within out. It's not about Mayavadi Tattva. Within you see a Paramatma, outside you see the manifestation of the Lord. How the Lord start to reciprocate with you all. This is the summary of this, and this is today last verses. So maybe one of you can read the sloka and the translation, please. This is the result of following the bhakti process. So by following this 14 process, by regularly hearing Srimad-bhagavatam, and when the bhakti, the faith is developed, what's the result? So we're going to see the result.
Vidyate vikaya krantis, vidyante sarva samsaya, shiyante chasya karmani, drishta evat manishvare. Thus the knot in the heart is pierced, and all misgivings are cut to pieces. The chain of fruitive action is terminated when one sees the self as master.
Thank you. This is the key point. Krishna Surya Sama, Maya Hadi Andakar. Ana Krishna Tana Nahi, Maya Hadi Andakar. That means Krishna is the same as Krishna is a Surya Sama, right? So Krishna is a sun. Maya is Andikar. Means when Krishna is established, there are no more Maya Adi Andakar. That means no more the in darkness. So it will be lightened. The perfect knowledge is called parampara, or detective knowledge, coming down from the authority of the submissive aura receiver, who is bona fide by service and surrender. So we need to know that the perfect knowledge is coming from the parampara, not something that you create. So this is how the next, challenging to the supreme and to know him at the same time, it's not possible. Mood of surrender is required. So the challenging mood is not possible to understand him. So I was telling about Narada pastime, when was challenging, was like very ego, was like demanding to see in a sense of material, but the Lord say no. So this under is sweet me. So the challenging mood is not possible to understand him. So the mood of surrender is very important. Seeing the Lord is increasing our eagerness to serve him. The eagerness is powerful, overrule our feeling of being disqualified for his service. The eagerness is powerful, overrule our feeling of being disqualified for his service. So this is how we can see this is a key point. And next, due to enlightenment of transcendental knowledge, the devotee is able to distinguish between spirit and matter. You can know this between this. Because of this, the knock of spirit and matter, the knot in the heart, Hridaya Granthi, untied by the Lord. This is the knot of Ahankara, or false pride. This how. Then once this knot is loosened, all doubt are clear. And once he is master and engage himself full in transcendental loving service of the Lord. And a soul see the infallible supreme personality of Godhead, it's called liberation. Though the soul may reside in the world of birth and death, he will see his original form directly. The soul misidentified with internal material body is destroyed. So you think this is me? I'm a Muralidhar Shamdas. I'm this belong to no more. Where you remember Jivare Surupare Krishna Re Nityadas is established. Next, can some of you read this? What Prabhupada say?
Okay, you can read that. Just like there is a proverb, the vulture goes very high, 3 miles, 4 miles high. It is very difficult for us to fly single-handed, but the aim is, where is the dead body? He is looking forward. Where is the dead body? The aim is not very good. He's looking after some dead corpse to eat. That is his business. But he has gone very high, 4 miles high. Similarly, all these so-called rascals, scientists, their aims is how to stuck up in this knot of material existence. And they are trying to become so many things. You see, Hridaya Granthi, real attachment is here. Just like the hawk, the real attachment is the stool. But he is getting very fat. Oh, I am so happy. You see, so this is going on. Nature is very clever. Just to make you attached to this stool, she gives you certain types of body. You become very pleased. Oh, I am so happy. I am living in heaven. Sometimes actually Indra, the king of heaven, he was cursed to become a hawk. And he became hawk. He had so many kiddies, wife, and living in filthy place, eating stool. So Brahma came that for his absence, the management in the heavenly kingdom is not going nice. So he came. Indra, now please come with me. Where shall I go to, sir? Heaven. What is that? I cannot go. I have got responsibility. I have got my wife, my children, and I'm happy here. I do not know what is heaven, Hare Krishna.
So this is what we're doing now, right?
Prabhu, we were saying the exact same thing just now.
So Sri, this is what Prabhupada is saying, right? So this is what we're doing. So by doing this devotional service, we can know that we are still in a matter, no? We're taking 84 million species of life, and still we don't want to go back. And you see that, okay, sometimes you can see the hawks telling to Brahma, no? Oh, you see, these sheets are very nice. Come, we invite within Brahma to eat. Sometime when you go outside, you're telling there's something, the material world, this is just temporary. I say, no, come with me, you enjoy this stool and sheet, right? So this is what you might be facing. So this arm. But when you understand the result, then the art, you will become out, so the result of following the bhakti, because you understand what is just temporary. So there's no more attachment, where you do your duty, but no attachment is there. So then this is next continue. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati priyatham yet kute pilabayati patram laulim api moolam ekalam janma kodi sukriti na labati. So by Krishna consciousness movement, if people take it too seriously and become advanced, the same process, Swatam Swakata Krishna, easy process, right? Simply hearing about Krishna as we are doing. Then gradually we come to the platform of goodness and the lower mode of material nature, namely ignorance, we become situated in goodness. And then gradually this stage, come evam prashna manushu, Bhagavat Bhakti Yogata, 1, Srimad-bhagavatam 1-20. You become in gladness. You become joyful by discharging devotional service, and you will be more interested with this rascal life of material existence. So you will be no more interest. This is the you're not no more interest. You will be thinking, there'll be no any other things in our heart. So this is crucial instruction. Pure devotional service is Krishna consciousness, cannot be attained even by pious activity in 100 and 1,000 of life. It cannot be attained only by paying one price. That is intense greedy. Only by paying one price, that is intense greedy to obtain it. If it is valuable somewhere, one must purchase it without delay. Ramananda Rai, this conversation between Ramananda Rai, no, in CC Madhya 870. So we cannot have this pure devotional service. When you have, you grab it. Sometimes when you give devotional service to the devotee, they say, "No, la Prabhu, no, I have this and that." No, many excuses. You just need, because it cannot be attained only by paying one price. That is intense greedy. You need to be greedy. And the greedies need to be there. But the greedy is to be engaged to others. When you have service, and don't say that, oh, Murli Prabhu said that need to be greedy, CC, Madhya, 870, so let me do alone. No, the greediness is not only alone, you need to share your service to do the best. Sometimes I see, they say the greedy, you say, oh, let me, this my service, no, you don't disturb, no. You need to do greedy to serve Krishna's better. You need to engage them, because when you go, who's going to do your service? So the greediness is there. You need to be share your service. So this how. Then this is the session summary. By hearing Srimad-bhagavatam and serving devotee, all inauspicious is completely destroyed. Nasta, no? Abradeshu pradeshu. Nasta. By pleasing a devotee, Bhagavat, one can receive the benefit of the book Bhagavata. Bhagavata Sevaya, not Bhagavan Sevaya. Swakata Krishna Kata by Krishna should only be heard and read. By dutiful service, all good quality automatically appear in bhakta and no separate endeavor is needed. So you don't need to go to counseling, or you need to do yoga, or nothing's there. Just do devotional service, everything will come to you. Devotional service is not inactive, but unalloyed active of the soul. So sometimes we say that akarma, right? But it are unalloyed active of the soul. So you're doing in a connection of the soul. To cure the other disease of lust, desire, and greediness is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Vaishnava is already a Brahmana. Scientific knowledge of Krishna is only known through the Krishna service Bhakti Yoga. Two primary quality, majestage of prema, love, and jnana are the humility. Krishna Surya Samavaya Adi Andakar, I am Krishna Tahan Nahi Maya Andakar. Liberation is to identify one as the original form of direct. So this is the 14th stage. Satam Kripa, Mahatsevya, Srida Kudupa, Guru Pada Asraya. Then Bhajani Susarpam, then Bhakti, Anartha Bhagamam, Tatanista, Ruchi Asakti, Rati Prema, Anartha Darshanam, Arimadurina Bhavaha. So this is the primary faith of Srida, is nurtured through the association of saintly person, Sadhu Sangha, to the point at which one takes the practice of Krishna Bhajana Kriya. Then with increased faith, one try to remove obstacles in part of Krishna service, Anartha Nivriti. When faith becomes very firm and fixed, Nistha, then one get deeper taste, Ruchi, and ecstasy, Bhava in a spiritual life, and the last achieved by final stage of full-blown prem. Sadhu Sangha, association of saintly person, faith is Srada, Bhajana Kriya, additional service, Anartha Nirviti, removing obstacle, Nistha is a firm and fixed, Ruchi deeper taste, Bhava is ecstasy. This is prema. Smile. You have all textbook guide most like question. Now what do you want to buy? Now let the latest edition of how to copy in exam. Don't be this. Still remember how people celebrate his first Independence Day 16 years ago, right? I was sitting here on the same footpath at the same corner with the same board. Yes, we are going to the temple. I want to shower this flower on my favorite actor who will be coming there. So don't be this, right? So there's something smile that we need to have, you know. So people are still doing this, you know. People are now we are so attached with the goal, right? Where we can see the person here try to pluck the gold teeth, where become a thief. This that don't be like this. No? No, because I want, no, this is the reason why I'm independent. I want to become same. I'm the soul. Let me, because I'm the soul. Sometimes now people might be think, oh, I'm the soul, I'm the servant, no need to earn anything, no need to do duty. So not such a way. So the next, don't too much of material stress. We are encouraged to applause now. I will not feel offended. All questions and inquiries will be answered in due course of time by completely next set of speaker, patient and virtual. You can start it to practice it now. Thank you so much. So any questions now can be questions.
One, Prabhu.
Yes.
Just now your slide, it
Uh-huh.
mentioned about you cannot see Krishna.
Krishna without mundane eyes.
Yes.
I thought mundane eyes was just like normal eyes. That's why you
Yeah.
said that you have to.
With this eye, you cannot see Krishna.
But that's the thing, your sentence says you cannot see Krishna without mundane eyes.
It's supposed to be with mundane eyes.
Isn't
right?
it supposed to be with?
I don't know. We are just
Oh,
confused.
yeah,
on
we're
that.
asking the question.
Oh, is it? You can't see with mundane eyes. This is what I'm
Yes. Your quote said without mundane eyes.
Is it? So I may be changed because my English,
Yeah.
I tell you all sometime, So any questions?
That's it from me.
Yeah. Because you can't see, you need a spiritual eye to see it.
Yes.
Thank you so much to correct. I will be correct my slide. So yes.
Yeah, we were confused for a while. That's why.
Oh, sorry so much. Alvin, bro, you asked me questions.